friends! Welcome to my channel. My name is Angela. Today is Friday, so that means you are getting a bonus video. I wanted to participate in Antoinette from Simple Yet Chic's Craft Room Storage Craft Room Organization Challenge using things you already had on hand.
If you want some more crafts, you can just go comment down below and she can make some. She's really talented. She's really talented.
Let's get started.
The first area we need to tackle is this armoire that I have in my craft room. Right now it is storing all of my florals, my scrapbook paper, all of my floral accessories, my moss, my foam, all of my wreath forms, all of my planter pots. This thing is just a mess. Like, for real, I don't even know what I have in here. My Cricut mats are in there. I have canvases and wallpaper, just a ton of stuff. So let's go through the florals first. I am going to take all of these glass vases that I still have left over from my wedding. They've just been sitting on the windowsill in my craft room. So I figure, why not add all of my florals to these and make it something pretty to look at instead of just shoving them all in the closet. And this is mostly my greenery and some florals that I'm currently using. I don't like to keep all of my florals in my craft room because it's just way too much. I don't have anything seasonal. There's the dog. Of course he is helping me. Don't mind the mess that is overtaking my craft room right now. We are in the process of organizing. But here is how my floral arrangements look in my pretty vases now on my windowsill. And like I was saying, I don't like to keep my seasonal florals up in my craft room because they would just take up way too much space. So all of my like fall and Christmas type things are down in my basement. I think this was a good use of those vases that I already had on hand just sitting around. And next thing I'm going to do is take some of these command hooks and hang them on the side of my armoire, and that's where I'm going to hang up all of my wire wreath forms. I don't know what to do with like my bamboo wreath forms or my foam wreath forms. If anyone has a good suggestion on how to store those neatly, let me know in the comments because I have no clue. These ones are easy since they are stackable and thinner than like the bamboo and the foam ones. But anyways, let me know in the comments. I also end up taking my, what is that called? Staple gun, and moving the cord that holds my Ikea overhead light because it was just kind of dangling there and in the way. So this is how that arrangement turned out. And I also ended up hanging my Cricut mat and my self-healing mat below my wire wreath form. So that was a really good use of vertical space. And here is how the inside of my armoire now looks. I have all of my floral accessories on one shelf where all of my florals were just shoved before. So I have all of my planter pots. I have that basket that just has floral like clippings in it that I have pulled off of previous pics. All of my moss, my floral foam and wires. I have plant hangers all on this shelf, and it just looks so much more organized and I can see what I have. Below that, I still have all of my paper things. So I put a bin down there for all of my scrap pieces of paper, and then I have another bin that just has all of my scrapbook paper in it. And whoa, what am I doing? What am I doing there? I don't know. But then I got all of these scrapbook papers that were my grandfather's. My mom just gave them to me recently that were his, and they're a ton of vintage scrapbook pieces of paper in there. I haven't even gone through them all yet. I don't know what I'm even going to use a lot of these for, but I just thought it was really cool to have that they were really beautiful and vintage from my grandfather. So we'll see what I end up using those for. And this just looks way more clean and organized. Next thing we need to tackle is my ribbon. So this is one of those Dollar Tree white bins. It's pretty big. I'm trying to show you how big the bin is here without dumping out all of my ribbon, but it is like packed to the brim and I didn't know what to do with it. So I'm sure you've seen this from other people. I've seen these everywhere, but I'm just taking some dowel rods that I had on hand and a scrap piece of wood from my garage, staining everything, and then I'm going to glue it together and put all of my ribbon on the dowel rods. And you would think I learned my lesson, like I should know what I'm doing by now a little bit, but I should have drilled a hole into my scrap piece of wood, then glued it in. I was trying to nail them in, I was trying to screw them in because I wanted the dowels to like really be secure in there, and drilling a hole and gluing would have worked just fine, but that's not what I did. I didn't think about it until afterwards. So I used my CA glue. This is Acfix brand, I guess. I don't know. This is what my husband had in the garage. And it's a super glue that has an accelerator and it dries instantly and has a very secure hold. So those dowels aren't going anywhere. And then I just place my ribbon on top. But before I show you how that turned out, I'm going to take these little drawer bins that I got from the Dollar Tree a little while ago. They've been sitting around. I didn't know what to do with them. And I'm just going to take my various wood beads from Amazon and put them in the different drawers. So I just arranged these by size. The only ones that would not fit in here were my 20mm beads, but all of the rest fit perfectly. And then I'm just taking some number stickers from the Dollar Tree and putting on what millimeter each bead is onto those drawer fronts. And here's how my ribbon and bead display turned out. This is so much more beautiful to look at, and please ignore the wood paneling all over my craft room. It honestly gives me anxiety to look at that much wood. I cannot wait to paint the rest of this room. So below my ribbon and my beads, I have other like small wood items. So in this first basket, I have all of my like craft sticks, popsicle sticks, my dowel rods, my bamboo skewers, all of those little wood stick items. And this is mostly just like my open packages. I have closed ones and backups in another location, but this is what I have open and available to use. And then in the next bin, I just have all of my like wood blanks. So I have different shapes, squares, rectangles, circles, arrows, ovals, you name it, it is in there. Then the last thing I wanted to show you is this little system that I got from Ikea. I forget what it's called. I will link it on the screen for you. But it just is in the kitchen section at Ikea. It's like a towel rod holder. I don't know what you would call it. It's just like a rod that you add these buckets to, and this is the best thing I have bought recently for under $5. I bought it a few months ago, but it just holds all of my everyday used tools while I'm crafting. Best thing ever.
That is it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it and got some inspiration on ways you can organize your own space. Make sure you check out the description box below. I will link Antoinette's channel along with the playlist so you can check out all the other creators. See you next time.